Greetings, folks. You are back on CITR 101.9 FM, broadcasting live from the Study and Go Abroad Fair here on unceded Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh territory in the city of Vancouver at the convention center downtown. Jasper here with Kira. We're joined by Taya. Taya,
Hi.
welcome. How are you today?
Good. It's a beautiful day in Vancouver.
Yeah. Have you been before? It's your first time?
Yes, I actually live here now.
Oh, great.
I've been out here for just over 5 years.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so I love it here.
How have your 5 years been?
It's been great. I mean, I've been spending most of that time out at UBC.
Oh, cool.
Where I study. First, I took a bachelor's, and then I liked it so much here that I asked to do a master's, and I got into that, and now I'm just finishing up that.
Oh, Taya, we're from the University of British Columbia, too.
You're part of our community.
Yeah,
Hey, you know how great it is out there.
in the same hood.
Yeah, you also took forever to get here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Taya, so can you tell us a little bit about who you're here with at the Study and Go Abroad Fair?
Okay, so I'm here representing Norway. I'm doing it a bit as a favor to the Norwegian embassy because the consul couldn't be here.
Oh, wow.
And they're a collaborating country with Experience Canada,
Yeah.
which is, I think, it's some sort of initiative by the Foreign Affairs Office here in Canada, just to get students to go abroad, to seek working holiday opportunities while they're young, or taking maybe part-time studies in Norway.
That's fantastic.
Mm.
You were here until 6 o'clock. Some people might not be able to come today. If they can't come, how can they find you? How can they get involved?
Well, I would first of all recommend just speaking to the consul.
Yeah.
We have a great consulate here in Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the embassy is very far away. It's over in Ottawa,
Okay.
which is very far. But that's the first people I'd ask. They have a lot of knowledge and a lot more knowledge than I have about the processes involved, and how to figure out a school or a working situation for you.
So what's some advice you might have for someone who's interested in getting involved? Like, what should they think about?
Well, first of all, there are definitely requirements for like proof that you have either employment if you're going to go abroad, that you
Okay.
have an acceptance offer. And just like when I wanted to come here, I had to be able to prove that I had some funding to like start up in a new place, a little bit of savings, that sort of thing. And after that, just consider what sort of experiences are out there that you can't get here, in terms of internationalizing and maybe learning something about a new culture. I know Norwegian is not the most useful language in the world, but it's beautiful if you want to give it a try and learn something. Yeah, and I think people forget that while Norwegian, Swedish, Danish, they're small languages, but all together we all mutually understand each other. So it's a much sort of bigger culture you're touching in, where there's potential to communicate with upwards of 20, 25 million people. It's not so small as you think. And it might give you opportunities not just in Norway, but in Sweden and Denmark if you speak or can make yourself understood in one of the three.
And for students who might be interested in studying there, what are things you would suggest that they experience while visiting the country?
Well, if you live in Canada, there's a chance that you enjoy nature. It's one of the really big sort of key stones that made me want to come here, is that I felt that we shared that sort of enjoyment of nature. And what's cool about Norway that you don't have here is that there's no predators, at least on the west coast. And there's it's called allemansrett. You don't have it here because you can't just sort of camp wherever you want here. There's more rules. You have to book a place to stay. I was just talking to my mom about this, how annoying I find it. Because in Norway, you're free to go wherever you want. As long as it's not in the garden of someone's house, you can camp anywhere you want.
Wow.
You know? And it's for people that just want to get out of the city, that freedom, I really miss it. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's an incredible opportunity to be able to just explore and stay somewhere that you find beautiful, and obviously, clean up as you go and
Clean up as you go,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Is there any parting thoughts you'd like to leave with our listeners?
I'd say going abroad for me has been the best thing I could do. It doesn't really matter what you want to do in life. I think that experience of having tried living somewhere else, met people that are different from you, that's going to benefit you whatever you end up doing. So even if Norway's maybe not your vibe, there's a whole world out there. So definitely consider.
I could not agree with you more. I feel exactly the same way.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming and chatting with us, Taya.
No worries. It was lovely.
Yeah, we hope we see you on campus. We're in the nest if you want to come visit us. We're open every day.
Of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've walked past you guys like a million times and been like, oh wow, they look like they have fun in there.
Come do a tour someday. We'd love to have you.
Cool. Okay, thanks guys.
Thanks, Taya.
Thank you so much.
That was Taya from Experience Canada here on CITR 101.9 FM. We will be right back with another interview after this musical break, so stay tuned.